I was flexing for about an hour in the mirror. And now I'm stuck like this. Help me! Hello, after a little 10-minute break, I got some big muscly blokes to just pull my arms back down, so technically I'm better, but also I'm not. So this is how I'm going to be for the next, I don't know, maybe rest of my life. So that's fun for me. Anyway, enough of my grievances. Today I wanted to delve deep into my own psyche and figure out what my personality type is, because supposedly that's a thing. Why would you want to figure that out? I don't know. I prefer to not know. I find ignorance most of the time is bliss. But the reason I'm doing this today is because on my last video, on the Tinder video, it came up with all these personality things you can put in Tinder, which is, again, is a thing people want to know. I didn't know what integer or introvert meant, and I wanted to find out if I was one of those two, or if I was one of the other. It says there's 16 personalities, so other 14 personalities. There's that many personality types, really? Couldn't have just pushed it down to like 5? Like a tight 5? No? 16? Okay, well, fine. You know, it's not how I'd do it, but, you know, I'm not a psychologist. Obviously, I mean, I don't think you have to point that out. So let's jump straight into the questions. The first one, you regularly make new friends. I would say I regularly make new acquaintances. Would I say I'm friends with them after one time talking to them? I don't know. Some people would. I would say I've always said there needs to be something in the middle of acquaintance and friend, because I feel like there's a lot of grey area in that middle. Because after I've met someone once or twice, I wouldn't consider them a friend, but I wouldn't consider them an acquaintance either, especially if I like them. I'd consider them something in the middle. What's that? A quid? Friend, a quend. They're my acquend. I think that's a good one. We should patent that. I think we should put that into the mix. I'd say there. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. Depends what we're talking about. What are we yapping on about? That's my question. I do like things that are straightforward, but I don't mind complex and novel. I'd say I'd stick in the middle of that one. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments. I'd say most of the time what resonates with me emotionally is factually backed up, so I'll put it at the latter stage of agree, I think. I don't know. Some of these questions are hard and I don't know how to answer them, so I'm just gonna guess, basically, which is what I've done most of my schooling life, is guess. And, turned out pretty well. Most of the time I'd get about a 60 out of 100, maybe low 50s, but that's a pass. Better than nothing. Your living and working spaces are clean and organised. Well, let's say my desk is clean, but my drawers are dirty. Not undies. I'm talking about things you put in, It's clean and organised on the desk, but it's dirty and unorganised in the drawers because I just chucked shit in there. So I'll go half-half. I'll say in the middle. I think that's fair. Usually stay calm, even under a lot of pressure. I'd say I put up a front that I'm calm under pressure, but would I say I'm calm all the time under pressure? No, not always. I'd say I would humbly agree in the low green. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. Yes, absolutely. That's a fucking 100% agree. Who in their right mind as a regular human being goes, yeah, I'm having fun telling everyone about myself? Are you insane? Yeah, I love going up to people I've just met and talking about my business ideas and stuff that I'm doing. That's good. Yeah, that's awesome. No, yuck. Ugh. You prioritise and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. If you knew how I recorded and posted most of my videos, you would be stressed out, because usually I get them done on the deadline or a little bit over the deadline. So I would disagree mostly. You like to use organising tools like schedules and lists. No, I hate it. It sucks. Disagree, because usually I'm just like, yeah, I'll remember it in my head. That'll work, and it does work most of the time. My memory, I don't forget things. I don't schedule things because my brain works so well in that department, because I'm so anxious about missing something that I've planned or scheduled that I just think about it constantly until it happens, and then once it happens, it's like a weight's lifted off my shoulders. That's how I roll. And maybe if I wrote things down more, that would take that pressure off, but You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Are you mental? Fuck no. You're not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative works. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't interest me that much. Like, yes, there are various interpretations of things, but I don't care that much. Which I think probably goes back to doing English and always having to interpret every word of everything of every author ever said. So I would agree with that for the most part. How are we only 20% through this thing? I've got to stop yapping. Fucking hell. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Yeah, no, I constantly worry. Every day, every minute of my life is a constant worry that I've said something wrong or done something wrong and people hate me. So that's maybe something I've got to work on, but I would strongly disagree. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. Yeah, fuck yeah, I do. 100% agree. You enjoy experimenting with new untested approaches. I do, if I have time. So I'd say I'd partially agree. You prioritise being sensitive over completely honest. Well, it depends. Depends who I'm talking to. I mean, if I'm talking to someone I don't know, I'm probably going to be more sensitive. But if it's like, someone who I've known for years and years, I'll probably be more honest with them than not. I would go middle ground, because it just depends who it is. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Sometimes, yeah. I'd say I'd partially agree with that. You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. Well, I fucking talk a lot of fictional bullshit most of the time, so I could do it. Whether I'd want to write something is another thing. I'd say I'd disagree on that slightly. I think I could do it. It wouldn't be good, probably, but I think I could do it. You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. Yeah, I'm trying to get better at that, because sometimes it just seems really rude the way I do it, because I go and see everyone and then I'm like, I awkwardly look at the other person, and then sometimes I say hi, sometimes I don't, and then it just seems like I'm a dickhead. I probably, partially agree with that. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Mostly agree. Yeah, pretty much. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. No, I fucking hate it. I hate it, and I hate when I get stuck in the middle of doing it because I don't like it. I don't want to do that. Someone else, that's for other people to do. That's not me. I don't want to debate an ethical dilemma. So I'd say I'd mostly disagree. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. I honestly don't answer that question, so middle ground for me. I love the fence. I love sitting on the fence. I love laying on the fence. I love just chilling by the fence. The fence, I can lean on it. It's good. You avoid making phone calls. Yeah, I don't love making phone calls. I still do it. I'm not some pansy. Alright, I'll still make a phone call if I have to. If I don't have to, then I will avoid it. So I partially agree. 70% done. We're nearly there. We can nearly find out if I'm mentally insane or not. I think that's what this does. I don't know. You can easily connect with people you've just met. I'd say most of the time, depending on the setting. I'd partially agree. A lot of things depend on setting and what I'm doing, but I'd say for 60% of the time, probably take that as what you will. That's not the saying. Close, but you're still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Me? Bothered by mistakes I made when I was 5? Couldn't be me. That doesn't sound like me. No, sir, Bob. I misspoke once, and I remember that till this day. Me? You mean me? Nah. Mostly agree. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organised and consistent efforts. Yeah, I'd mostly agree with that, unfortunately. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it'll take for them to feel disappointed in you. That's a rough question, isn't it? That's not a very nice question, personality test. Personally, I'm taking that personally, you prick. Alright, I'll say partially agree. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. That's probably another partial disagreement for me, because I feel like I complete things, and if I can skip a step, I do. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Yeah, I'd say I have a pretty glass half full type of outlook, so I'd mostly agree with that. Your personality type is adventurer. Do I look like I'd hike through the wilderness to find a lost faraway land? I'm an ice-perter, so that's an extra letter. So is that good? Adventurers are flexible and charming. Get out of here. Charming? Me? I don't know about charming, but okay, I'll take it. Always ready to explore and experience something new. I'm 55% introverted. I'll take a bet on that. That's probably, that's fair. And 45% extroverted. Introverted individuals tend to prefer fewer yet deep and meaningful social interactions and often feel drawn to calmer environments. So I have low energy. I'm a low energy type of guy, which makes sense. A few people have commented saying they're bored out of their brains listening to me talk, so that's probably right, unfortunately. Listen, just because I don't want to fucking hype my videos up, alright? Let me speak like a normal human, okay? I'm not a content machine. I'm a human being, alright? 57% observant and 43% intuitive. Observant individuals are pragmatic and down to earth. They tend to have a strong focus on what is happening or very likely to happen. Yep, whatever that means. That's true, probably, maybe. I'm 57% feeling and 43% thinking. I feel like I'm very balanced so far. I'm a very balanced individual so far, which I like. I wouldn't have put money on me being balanced, but hey. Oh, this is the unbalanced part. 71% prospecting and 29% judging. I think we could bump that judging up a bit. I like to judge as much as the next guy. I think we could bump that up just a fucking smidgen. Prospecting individuals are very good at improvising and adapting to opportunities. They tend to be flexible nonconformists who value novelty above stability. Ooh, nonconformist? Ugh. Yeah, I don't conform to society. Shut up, no one cares. Just get on with your day. Oh, back to balance, back to being a balanced individual. 53% turbulent. That doesn't sound... Turbulence... Have you ever heard turbulence used in a sentence in a good way? No. Usually they're like, we're going to experience turbulence in this plane. You might feel like you're going to die. And 43% assertive. Turbulent individuals are self-conscious and sensitive to stress. I wouldn't say I'm sensitive to stress. That's rude. Fuck you. I'm not sensitive. You're sensitive. Maybe just proved his point. They feel a sense of urgency in their emotions and tend to be success-driven, perfectionistic, and eager to improve. Me, a perfectionist? Have you seen my videos? Introduction. I change during the course of the day. I wake up, I'm one person. When I go to sleep, I know for certain I'm somebody else. Bob Dylan. So I'm Bob Dylan? Okay. Yeah, that's right, Timothy Chalamet. Should have gone to me, not you, bud. Alright? I don't care that you're an actual actor. Give it to me. Hand it over. Wow, there's way more to read, but I don't want to blow more smoke up my own ass. Oh well, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching me find out what personality type I am. I'm pretty happy with it. It could have called me an insane psycho, but that's good that it didn't. You know, I went in thinking, oh, this is going to be awful. Came out with finding out that I'm literally the best person that's ever existed. Because I'm assuming that I'm the only person who has this personality type. Anyway, thanks for watching, like and subscribe. I hope you like this kind of little different thing that I did. And I'll see you soon, so goodbye. From the adventurer himself. See you later. Go on a journey. And go forth. Rightio.
I love Shifty Drongo. Shifty Drongo.